Good morning, buenos dias. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everyone who's joining us online. My name is Andrea Fanta. I am Mayor John Cooper's press secretary. I want to say this is the first time I'm getting to see a lot of you without masks, and you all are a gorgeous, gorgeous group. So I'm happy you guys are here. Also, point of personal privilege, please help me welcome Amanda Chin. She is a new reporter, new to Nashville from Syracuse, her first week reporting for Fox and also her first week in Nashville. Let me take you through how today's going to flow just very quickly, if I may. We'll hear brief remarks from Mayor Cooper. Mayor Cooper will then sign the budget legislation into law, and we will do a brief Q&A media availability at the end. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Nashville's Mayor, John Cooper. Mayor Cooper.
Thank you, Andrea. And I'm grateful to our Finance Chair, Quante Toombs, and the Metro Council for passing last night this historic investment budget. And I want to thank our special guest today from the Fire Department, Chief Swan and Captain Constance Sweat, and Fire Engineer Tracy Silvage, and Paramedic Art Bratcher, and AEMT Courtney Brown. This is a historic budget for the Fire Department. And from our incredible Metro school teachers from Schwab Elementary and H.G. Hill Middle, Jason Tatum, Maggie Dix, Denise Lowe, Terrence Banquet, and Alina Sanchez. This is a more than historic moment from Metro schools, and it makes, I think, everybody in the county should be celebrating and incredibly happy, because they and both sides of this group have inspired Nashville in the last year, this year of resilience. We don't want to have to keep proving it, but now we're going to be in a year of improvement and investment. And that's why we're making Metro's largest ever investment in public education at $84 million. And for the first time in a generation, we're fully funding the school board's budget request. But even best, we are committing $56 million to make our teachers the best paid in Tennessee, which means the average Metro teacher will see a $7,000 pay increase. This is a pay increase that's going to allow them to continue to live in Davidson County, where they should. And after a especially difficult academic year, we're investing millions in social emotional learning and digital literacy for our children. The council helped make a historic investment in bridging the digital divide a year ago, and now we can build on that investment with our great teachers to really provide dividends for all our kids. Now, we're also investing in things like faster response times and more personnel in neighborhoods that have asked for it. And so we're hiring 55 new firefighters and 30 new EMTs to provide improved response times across Davidson County. Now, this is on top of our capital spending commitment to build a new fire station number 2, which would have sent the very first crews to respond to the 2nd Avenue bombing if it had not been closed last year. But now it's brought our attention that we have to provide a stable and safe capital platform for our fire partners. And we're investing in our community partners also to work on violence prevention. Now, that's a deep concern for all cities and also here in Nashville, unfortunately. But we have to pair emergency responders with behavioral health counselors during this time of crisis. We're also hiring 8 sergeants to manage our body-worn camera program in every precinct. And we're beginning to build the long-awaited 9th precinct in Antioch with a staff of 40 new police officers. Now, this will help us meet a new standard of policing in one of the most diverse and fastest growing communities in Nashville. Long overdue, as Councilwoman Bircher says, 20 years past due, but we're getting it delivered and we're getting it done right now on Chair Lady Toombs' watch. Now, also, this budget is going to invest more than $30 million, the largest funding increase in transportation and transit in our history, to kickstart Nashville's transportation plan. Now, this is a right-sized, people-first plan, and it was created by Nashvillians for Nashvillians to serve our neighborhoods. And with that, there's going to be a brand new independent Department of Transportation. It's hard to believe that Nashville didn't have a separate Department of Transportation. We had a group that was in a kind of a larger solid waste department. Well, that's no way to tackle a transportation problem in a city like this. And with that Department of Transportation is 42 new positions to be outcomes driven and accountable to measurable results, to start to implement smart city technologies to reduce our traffic load for our citizens. And I've asked Feda Massimo to help launch this Nashville DOT and to do things like cutting sidewalk construction times by 50% and reduce costs by 20%, and to get that done within the first 12 months of our DOT so that we can work to build and repair 75 miles of sidewalk in Nashville, all of which has been overdue for a generation, but let's get it delivered on right now. And we're going to create a dedicated traffic management center to help reduce congestion for our growing city, and we're going to double our capacity for traffic calming. There's nothing more popular or needed. I think I've got 35 district council members that would agree that traffic calming is very important, and so is bike lane construction and capital projects and transportation. Now, to show where we're headed, I've announced our plan to invest $26 million into WeGo in our next capital spending plan. Now, we've restored the budget in transportation, but they're going to need capital dollars in time to create better services for our citizens. Now, to top it off, we're making these essential investments with a tax rate here in Nashville that is more than $1 less than our average rate over the past quarter of a century, and it is the third lowest tax rate in metro history. So we're getting all this done with the third lowest tax rate in metro history. This is an incredible accomplishment for a city our size and with our growth. And if a budget is a statement of principles, and it is, this budget makes it very clear where we stand as a community. We believe in a stronger, more equitable Nashville, where every child can thrive and where our working families can affordably live, and we can uphold the dignity of every individual. This is the kind of community visioning that is in this budget. So on behalf of everybody standing with me today and all of our neighbors in Nashville and Davidson County, with all our neighborhoods and all of our valued employees represented by the fire department and our teachers who are, I think, going to have an unprecedented investment in this budget to help them serve our neighborhoods. It's my privilege to sign Metro's new operating budget for FY22. I again want to thank the council and the Budget and Finance Committee, led so ably by Chairwoman Toombs. And, you know, Nashville is a city that works, and it's going to be a city that works for everybody. And both parts of that sentence are hard to achieve sometimes, it feels like. A city that works, that gets things done, that has fire halls that are in repair, that hires enough firemen, that gets teachers paid so they don't have to leave our school system. That's all part of a city that works. But it also has to be a city that serves everyone in all of our neighborhoods, and that's our mission here in Nashville, to do that. Thank you all very much, and with no further ado, Chair Toombs and everybody, particularly from the fire and the MMPS, it's my great honor to sign a historic document for Nashville. Thank you. All right, Chair Toombs, thank you for this. All right, I think this is the approved line here, Mike, okay? It's approved. Thank you. And then here is our tax rate, the third lowest in Nashville history. Okay, very good. And now here is another urban services tax rate, again, the third lowest in Nashville history. And equalization. Okay, thank you, Mike. Super. The CIB, the capital improvements budget. You all got a lot done last night. That was very good. It's a lot of work that goes into that. Thank you very much.
Mayor, if you would just say, if we could kind of get a half circle, right on the photographer, take some shots, and then we'll move into Q&A really quick. Yeah, you guys don't be shy, just.
Come in, okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Chief.
We'll get a few shots, and then we'll
All right.
move into the media.
Thank you.
If I could ask our guests to take your seats again, we'll do it.
And Chair Toombs, if you would just say a few words. Again, I'm grateful to either here or up there. It's a great thing when you can have a budget passed on a voice vote.
Last night was a very historic night, but it would not have gone so smoothly but for all the work and preparation that went into preparing a budget that works for Nashville. There was a lot of community engagement, a lot of collaboration that went into the budget, and that, I think that's why you saw the result that you saw last night, where you had a budget that was passed unanimously. And I'd just like to thank all of the community groups, all of the department heads, all of my colleagues who worked together to create a budget that is going to move us forward and that makes so many of the investments that we've been working so long to see in Nashville. So it's a very proud moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take just a few questions. Levi, you want to take the first one?
Sure, absolutely. So, Mayor, if you wouldn't mind, I know that the education part of this is taking up a big chunk of this budget, and a lot of people have, heard about this initiative for some time, but, for some folks who might not understand the importance or value behind investing so much in an education, can you talk to us a little bit about that? And just from your perspective, what are some things you hope to see come out of that budget that, is going to education?
Well, thank you, Levi. I hope to be able to say this is just the beginning, right? That Nashville has a plan for success and having our school systems being really not only the best in the state, but notably great in the whole country. Now, it is going to take long-term investment to do that. It's going to take excellent management, of course, with MMPS. But the result is going to be our kids being able to take advantage of the economy that's happening here in Nashville. So we're going to prepare our kids to take advantage of this 21st century economy that is being created right under our feet. So it's something that we have to do. It is something that if we get it done, then we're going to create success in the whole rest of the century for Nashville and being the place where people will want to raise their kids and take advantage of that. And it starts with a great commitment to schools. Now, public safety is non-negotiable. You have to have a level of comfort and security and safety in a city to get that done. But education is what's going to drive our city to the next level of greatness. Now, we have made an unprecedented large investment in education, and we hope to continue that. We also do hope to get a better share of funding from the state, for example, long-term, rather than having Nashville stay the same or down as a part of state funding. It'd be great for us to benefit as much as the rest of the state does from increased state funding. So there are going to be other avenues for resources for our schools. Also, the Biden administration has created a pool of money for investment in our schools that is also unprecedented. And to take advantage of that as well is a moment of historic optimism for our schools. But the mission critical part of it is to have our schools ready so that our kids take advantage of these great new jobs that are coming to Nashville.
Amanda, I know you had several. Do you want to start with one and then we can go with the others later?
In regard to affordable housing, I know in 2019 and 2020, the Barnes Fund received some cuts. So what is the status of that funding right now, and how much of a priority is addressing affordable housing to you? I know you hired an additional person as well. Are there plans to hire more people?
Right. Well, great question. There were holdbacks on the Barnes Fund in the pandemic financial crisis. Those cuts have, of course, been restored. And then in the budget going forward is really more than 3 times the increase in spending on affordable housing. Now, the challenge, and I'm grateful to the Affordable Housing Task Force and the whole community, is to be focused on high returns on investment in affordable housing. Now, housing has not historically been a mission-critical function of a city government. Historically, that has been handled by the federal government and by the state government. Now, as those entities have walked away from housing and investment in housing, it has become more critical that a city already full of challenges take up and accept the challenge of that. So in our funding of affordable housing, there are several innovative pilots as we develop a toolbox that you can say with confidence to the public, that this kind of investment made this way is going to produce new units. It's a hard thing for government in a new policy area without the resources of the federal government to tactically invest in a way that creates new units effectively for the population. But there are pilots and participation agreements planned in this budget, in the $37 million, that I hope next year will come back and go, this has really been successful. We got hundreds of more units this way by working with, in some cases, the private sector to do it. So our effort in affordable housing right now, I would view as much larger, 3 times up, with some experimental moves in it, as we feel our way as a community to understanding the right way to get affordable housing done. Now, it's not just in Nashville. We feel targeted here in Nashville because we have a lot of growth, but every growing city in the country is having the same blowback on housing. And the market does feel that it has not been serving our housing needs fairly. And you're also in an environment where prices are escalating rapidly. All these are deep challenges that it's going to take a lot of talented people working together closely to help allow us to play the best hand that we can in dealing with a need of government that 5 years ago I don't think we would have recognized as anything level like the importance that it is. I mean, our fire department started in 1860, isn't that right, Chief? Right. So we've had more than 150 years of practice on that. And our school system really goes back to the original Nashville and has had a lot of practice in that. Housing, less so. So we're gonna have to find out the right institutional response, the right personnel response, and then the right investment strategy to help make that work. So it's a lot of words, I know, in the subject, but it is that important. As this city is accepting affordable housing as one of the primary critical deliveries that we have to be able to produce for our people.
So the question is, we are, as you said, government investment represents what's important to a community, and we're now in a period of hard work to get the work done now that the investments have been made. What is your vision for the immediate next steps that need to happen to actually get the work done to get us moving?
Well, it all happens with people, and I am happy to say, I didn't really mention it much in our remarks, but I know this is something that's been very important to Chair Toombs, is to have Metro employees adequately compensated, right? Not just our teachers, but the rest of the employees. Our employees are our tools for delivering services fairly. Everybody is important, one person at a time. And so with this budget is also, I think, the recognition of the importance of employees in getting all this done for us. We can invest in a fire station, but we're still gonna need our folks to get there on time and to deal with the challenge of that. We can add money to build a newer school, but you're still gonna have to have great teachers to create the outcome. So in the end, it is a people-first strategy, and that's the next step to make sure that we have really great people who are happy to stay in Nashville and are excited about how they can serve our city.
Let's move to last question. Stella, you want to get one?
Sure. Hi, I'm Stella with the Tennessean. So we know that Metro is currently in the legal fight with Ferguson, the election commission in the July 27th referendum. And so, could you talk to, the potential consequences if the referendum were to pass, and how would the city plan to bridge that budget gap, budget blow, if the referendum will, voters?
Well, it would be unfortunate for us to pull back the progress that we've made, right? And for a small group referendum effort to stop us from going forward. I don't think that the alleged choice that's being made in the referendum is in fact a constitutional choice for people in Tennessee. Right, we property tax rates are set by county legislative bodies and not by referendums. You can't really go backwards in time and restate, past property tax rates. I also feel strongly that whatever was the perceived need for a referendum on property tax rate is also quite outdated. Our current, I just signed it, our current property tax rate is the third lowest in our history, okay? I mean, it never really was that high. I mean, it was always below our median. It was always the lowest in the state of Tennessee. It was below our median for Nashville, even when we had to make the adjustment last year in a crisis environment to deal with problems. I am grateful to the council because they showed a lot of courage last year that we're gonna fix our problems. And we went together and fixed our problems. And naturally, any rollback and any effort by a small citizens group to roll back the progress that we're making is not something that I'm gonna be, that proud of as a community. So we don't know what the chancellor's ruling will be. I'm sure there'll be a lot of legal testing of this going forward. I think the people that signed the petition were probably underinformed, right, about what they were signing. And as the country gets beyond a kind of a moment of divisiveness in the last year, that we in Nashville can take pride that we're able to work together to solve our problems and produce better outcomes with historically low tax rate. So let's go do that and keep our eye on the future and not on the past. And so the referendum, again, is an effort to take Nashville back, when, with the help of this council, and I think forever we'll all feel good about it, we've been solving problems. We've been a city that works. We ran out of cash. We weren't going to be able to pay our firemen last year, probably at this time, if we had not taken a moment of courage. You don't see courage actually always in the public space. A moment of courage. Of course there was going to be criticism, but were we all willing to get it done? We were willing to get it done. Now we are a solvent, stable financial platform as a government that is able to make the critical investments in our people, in our future, in our kids, in our safety. We are a city that works. We don't take away from us our ability to be a city that works. And that would be my message to the judge or to the voters. If some judge decides that to go ahead with the referendum, I think in time, all this will be viewed as unconstitutional, right? That each of the provisions are not really fair. And I think the property tax one is maybe the most famous, but the other provisions are not constitutional to be choices. Can you really walk back the benefits that you've offered elected public officials? Can you all of a sudden say you're going to have a referendum on the pension of our county court clerk after they've taken the job and been serving? You couldn't do that to private citizens just because you're in the public space. Does that allow you to be uniquely targeted or to know laws apply to you? Of course they apply to you too. Now, I think it's, again, each of the provisions has a deeply problematic place on the ballot. And it was probably driven by an impulse in last year's property tax increase. That is so last year. That is so 2020, right? We're back to having the third lowest tax rate in our history, and by far the third lowest tax rate in the history of Tennessee for any city, right? We're not in that condition. We had gotten into a period of financial difficulty. We got ourselves out of it. That's why I was elected. That's why the Chair Lady Toombs was elected. We were elected to solve problems and to serve people, and we did it.